Hello there, good morning, and welcome to Year 4 Maths on this Tuesday morning. I hope you're all safe and well. We're going to get straight into the starter this morning. 5 questions, as always. Try and get as close to 5 minutes as you possibly can. If you run over, it doesn't matter. Press pause while you're working, and press play when you are ready to continue. Okay, first question we're going to look at this morning is one of the written method questions, 56 times 9. First thing I'm going to do is set up a short multiplication, standard method. Make sure my columns are lined up, and then I'm off and running. So 6 times 9 would be 54. I'm going to carry the 5 over into the tens column, and then 9 5s are 45, plus 5 is 50. That means that I have an answer of 504. If I wanted to partition it, I would partition the 56 into 50 and 6, and I would multiply both sides by 9. 50 times 9 would be 450, and 6 times 9 would be 54. And then if I recombine those two, 450 plus 54, that will give me 504. Second question this morning is a mental strategy question. It's saying 60 divided by 3. So this is a question that requires you to use your times table facts. What I've always said all the way along, if you get something like this, cover up your magic 0, and that leaves you here, in this case, with 6 divided by 3, or how many 3s are in 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. We know that because 2 3s are 6. And then once I've got my 2 there, I would release the magic 0. Okay, the answer then would become 20. So 60 divided by 3 equals 20. Okay, next question. It's a mental strategy question, but it's one of those sneaky questions where it has a mystery number. So 45 divided by the mystery number equals 9. And really, all this is a times table fact question. First thing I would do, as I've always said to you, rearrange the statement, okay, so that the question mark is after the equal sign. Okay, put your known numbers into the statement. So here we would move the 9 into the number statement and the question mark after the equal sign. And we would say 45 divided by 9 would equal the mystery number. And what we need to do is use our times table knowledge. Okay, so really we're going to be finding out how many 9s are in 45. We should all know 45 divided by 9 equals 5. And in brackets here, just as a checker, I've said 9 times 5 is 45. So that's your way of checking it. Okay, but the mystery number, okay, here, well, the answer is going to be 5. The mystery number was 5, the 5 up here. 45 divided by 5 equals 9. Okay, next question is one of those adding fraction questions, but it's a bit like yesterday in that it's got different denominators. Okay, now I'm going to do the same as what I did yesterday. So I've drawn fraction bars here. I've drawn thirds and I've drawn sixths. Okay, the question is saying 1/6 plus 1/3. Okay, now if I was to look at my thirds here, so pretty much I'm going to try and turn both of these fractions into sixths. If I look at the third bar here, I can see that 1/3 is the same as 2/6. Okay, so down below here, I'm going to say 2/6 plus 1/6. Okay, 2/6 plus 1/6. And we all know that when we're adding fractions with the same denominators, the denominator will stay the same, and we just add the numerator. So here, 2 plus 1 would be 3. So in answer to our question here, 2/6 plus 1/6 equals 3/6. Okay, the final question in our warm-up was another one of those mystery questions, but the question was asking 5,321 plus a mystery number equals 84,324. Okay, so what we would probably do here is turn this into a subtraction. We know that this plus a mystery number equals 84,324. So what we would do is take the 84,000 and move it into the number statement. And then I would take the question mark and move it outside. Okay, and then I would take 5,321 away from 84,324. So if I'm going to set it up, I'd set it up as column subtraction, and I'm going to use, if I need to, exchanging. So 4 take away 1 here, starting in the ones column, 4 take away 1 would be 3. 2 take away 2 would be 0. 3 take away 3 would be 0. 14 take away 5. Now, I say 14 because I've had to exchange from the next column. Originally, it was 4 take away 5. Couldn't do that. So I've exchanged a 10. 14 take away 5 then is 9. And then that leaves us with 7 take away 0 is 7. So this is our answer. Okay, our learning intention this morning is being able to complete symmetrical figures. So we are going to use for our star words this morning, symmetry. We started to talk about that yesterday. Okay, reflect, again, a word we've talked about yesterday. Complete, making a shape complete. And finally, shape or figure. Okay, our in focus task this morning. Now, the question is saying this is 1/2 of a symmetric figure. What does the complete figure look like? So this is 1/2. What does the complete figure look like? Now, this will require you to use the knowledge learned in the last lesson. What do you need to know to answer the question? Okay, so press pause now and then have a little think. I think one thing I will say is that there are 2 or 3 possible answers to this. So have a little think about that, and then we'll get together in a moment. So press play when you're ready. Okay, let's learn. Now, the young man here thinks that this is the line of symmetry here. He's decided that with this shape, there's a vertical line of symmetry here. And if this is the case, then if he reflects that shape across the line there, then the triangle would be over here, as you can see down here. Now, the only thing he needs to be careful of here is that he needs to have the same amount of squares counted out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would need to count 8 squares along here and make our dot, and then we could join our shape up. So this is one way that we could reflect it across a vertical line. Now, this young lady has taken a horizontal reflection line here at the bottom of the shape. And she says that this shape reflected in this reflection line here would look like this. Is she right? Is she right? Have a little think about that. Press pause and then press play when you're ready. Okay, yes, she is right. Hopefully you've all noticed that. Yes, she is right, okay? If the reflection line is down there, then the shape would need to be reflected this way. It's different from the other shape where the reflection line was vertical. So it is a horizontal reflection line, and the shape is reflected exactly as it is above the line. Okay, now it's your turn. What we want you to do is try and complete each symmetrical figure. Remember, the shape should look exactly the same on each side of the dotted line. So you will need to think about how you might count the shapes out. So here we can see that this point is on the dotted line, so it won't be any different. The point is going to be there, but this one is different, and you can see that this one is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares off the dotted line. Then we would need to count 4 squares below the line. Okay, so I want you to have a go at this with all of these shapes. When you're ready, press play. Okay, hopefully you've all been able to do that. What I want to do now is move on to the independent learning for this morning. And what I want you to do is have a go at completing worksheet 7 on pages 138 to 140 of your workbook. When you're finished that, your lesson will be complete. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.